G'day everyone and welcome back to my channel. Psychic D here to offer us our psychic guidance for the week of April 26th to May 2nd. Thank you for everybody that has come and subscribed and liked and leaves a beautiful comment. I really appreciate it. It's always good to jump on and do this, both for myself and for you guys, because we get a little sneak peek into what we can expect for the week ahead. Super full moon tonight, so this is going to be interesting for some energy, so I hope you're preparing and looking after yourselves. I'm going to jump straight in today without further ado. So I thank Spirit in advance for what we're about to receive. Thank you for using all my senses safely and securely in full protection to offer everybody what they need to hear. Please know and trust that Spirit always has your back, even though sometimes it feels like they're the furthest away from you. All right. So I'm going to pull some Moonology cards just to tap into the universal energies. Oh. All right. The first card we got is Emotions Running High. So I got a feeling, like I say, this can go two ways. It depends where you are vibrationally, but this full moon is either going to bring out the beauty or the beast in you or others around you. So if you're good and everything's traveling nicely for you and you're doing your little rituals and your little daily practices and all that, and you think you've got all your shit together, that's all cool, you should be right. But in the event that people start going nuts and crazy and start facing the shadow sides of themselves over the coming week, please just mind your own business. Don't invest into their energy. If something comes up for you, address it, sift it, sort it, release it, replace it. But I'm being more pulled towards the mindfulness of the energies around you. I think we all need to be a little bit more mindful, a little bit more graceful. Just remember that other people's issues aren't our issues, so not to take them on. So if emotions start running high this week, you will know why. It's the shadow sides of people's selves, which is their subconscious. It's going to come out to play. We've got a beautiful card, Your Hard Work is Paying Off. So if you are being a deliberate creator and you're putting positive things out to the universe at the moment, please know that your hard work is going to pay off. Whether this is just your own personal development or whether this is something that you're about to embark on yourself, whether it's a change of job, change of house, just a change of environment altogether, please know that it's going to pay off for you. I think this full moon is actually going to make everyone feel it and know it without actually understanding how the hell it's going to happen. Please just know that it is. It's going to pay off. The universal energy at the moment is supporting that. We've got a fiery climax approaches. So look at those two cards, Emotions Running High and a fiery climax approaches. So I would avoid conflict and problems this week. That's something to be to watch out for. At the end of the day, you're better off just to keep your own energy soothed and calm by agreeing to disagree with people, by not entertaining anyone else's BS, especially if you're going okay. If people do come, they just told me to take the higher ground, take the higher road. So someone is coming at you, don't meet that energy where it is in that aggressive, fiery state. Just stay neutral, listen, stop. They just keep saying, be the bigger person, be the bigger person. So the biggest thing this week, I think, you guys, is avoiding chaos and conflict, especially with everyone's shadow sides coming out. Could be you toward yourself. It can be others toward you, but it's entirely up to your own individual circumstance. Yep, because I just got two bulls locking heads. So, and they just said to me, don't flog the dead horse. So once again, if you're finding that you're knocking heads with somebody and it's just not going anywhere, if we were to guide you, it's to take the higher ground. Don't entertain it. Don't get involved in it. Agree to disagree. Try and get yourself in a neutral space. We've got a new romantic cycle begins, and I feel like I got this last week on the channel as well. So a new romantic cycle. I feel like there's balance coming for everybody. So if you're working on your beautiful inner true self, and you're finding and practicing ways to self-love, self-care, step into the best possible version of you, I think you're going to line up with a very beautiful partner. That's this hard work paying off. A lot of you may be releasing old partners that no longer serve you. They could be being replaced by someone new. That could happen too, but I just want everyone to know at the moment that there's going to be like a balancing of the scales. And I feel like for the majority of you, the scales are going to be tipped in your favour. Especially if you keep calm, cool and collected. Don't allow any fiery climax to influence you or take you down, because emotions are going to be running high anyway. No ifs, no buts. Hopefully that's not a norm for you. Anyway, a couple more. So we've got a time for healing. So yep, make sure you take some time out this week to enjoy this full moon. Understand how blessed we are to have air in our lungs and feet to walk on and all that sort of jargon. But take that time out for yourself. See what parts of yourself may need healing, and understand if people are coming at you in a combative sort of energy, that the most wisest thing to do is to send them healing. Ask the universe to send them something, someone, anything, whatever they need for their own healing. So that's taking the higher ground, because we can't fix everybody as much as we'd love to. And Spirit wants you to know that you are good enough. You are good enough. So this will come under this full moon as well. I'm of firm belief that some people may be questioning their self-worth, their value, how good they are. This can come after a series of knockbacks, because I know a lot of us have just come through a karmic cycle. So if you've been rejected by partners, rejected by job opportunities, just an overall feeling of rejection, please know that it wasn't rejection at all. It was actually a blessing. So it was actually a lesson that's turning into a blessing for most of you. So I would really encourage everyone to wear green this week. Surround themselves in green. Go grab some green stones. There's a big emphasis on the colour green as well. Green is the colour of healing anyway. Oh, they just wanted to fly out. So we've got answers you need are coming. So that's part of that. You know, your hard work is paying off. So things are going to be illuminated. So please make sure that if someone comes to you and says something to you, that you don't just sweep that under the carpet and continue on another cycle, especially in the romantic sector, that you don't start a whole new cycle. Because I just heard nothing changes, nothing changes. So words speak, but actions speak louder than the words. So I would start looking out for actions rather than actual words. And yeah, your commitment is being tested. So we've got a real cocktail happening this week. Some are going to be tested, maybe confronted. Could get a little fiery for some. If this does happen to you, if it happens within yourself or externally from yourself, then please stay neutral. Don't entertain that energy. It doesn't serve your purpose. It's not for your highest good. The only thing that is for your highest good is when things are illuminated, so you can make different choices, travel down different paths, take time out to self-care and self-love, and do more high vibe things. So yeah, that's what we have universally. Spirit, can you show me through the tarot now what we can expect? Any predictions, warnings, whatever you want to give us? What do we need for this week, 26th of April to the May the 2nd? They want to stick out. Yeah, look at that. The Devil card, that's releasing of toxic energies. So this can be individual addictions, individual toxic thoughts, habits, all that sort of stuff. Or you've got to be mindful of people who are going to come into your environment who are carrying these kind of energies. Your intuition will tell you straight up, that's your feeling space. You'll know whether someone's trustworthy or not, or telling you the truth, or whether there's potential in something or not. Really, really tap into yourself, into your internal guidance system, and see, because everyone's situation is going to be different. So see what's going on. But considering we've got the Devil, which is that toxic energy, emotions are running high, fiery climax approaching, a time for healing and all that, and your commitment is being tested, now's a very strong time for you to know what you want, set your boundaries, tap into your personal value, and do not allow anyone, anything to overstep their mark with you this week. We've got the 7 of Wands. Once again, I'm not reading the tarot card meeting. I'm giving you what Spirit give me. This is the battle card you can see, but the great thing I love about the Seven of Wands for myself is that you're going to become victorious in it if you stand your ground and you don't lower your vibration into less than neutral. Just know it's a them thing, not a you thing. We get this every reading too, and I love it. It's a Knight of Wands. If you can get through this week as unscathed and as high vibe as you can, victory is going to be yours. I see a lot of brand new opportunities and people stepping into their power. If you get in touch with your self-worth and your value and you've set your boundaries and done all that juicy stuff for yourself, this is a beautiful opportunity. This has been coming up for over the last month. So the only way this can come into our experience as individuals, if we release the need for chaos and conflict in our life and we set our boundaries and we're vibing as high as we can. This is going to come out of left field. I feel like it's going to come in really fast for some people. Maybe some people have been waiting on it. So it's kind of like the boss said to you 2 months ago, yes, we're getting rid of Joe Blow and we're going to replace them with you. And it seems to be going forever. That it could be that kind of energy as well. But please know that if you have been going through, a hard time or whatever, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just really important for you to find ways to step into your own personal power and mind your own business. Don't worry about the conflict and shit that's going on around the world that absolutely has nothing to do with you. Stop watching the news, the media, all that sort of jargon. Really, really important. But I see the majority of who's going to cross this path and watch this video that there's victory coming, especially in the second half of May, if you haven't started experiencing already. Yep, there we go. There's a karmic rewards are coming. This is the end of an old chapter, start of a new. Been saying this to a lot of people. This is the end of a karmic cycle for most. If you didn't learn your lessons and turn them into blessings, you may repeat this cycle again, which is why I jump on and do what I do, because I don't want you to do that. It's about collecting your karmic rewards now. I feel like the majority are going to start collecting your karmic rewards, but it depends on where you're at. So something's closing, something's coming in. To have these two back to back, have them back to back like that. It's kind of like this. Whatever this opportunity is for you, could be a move, could be a shift in your work environment, could be an increase if you're self-employed in abundance and all that sort of stuff, because it's your karmic reward. It's what you've put out there. It's coming back. I feel like this moon, I could be wrong, I'm not a bloody astrologer, but I feel like this moon is going to clear some things up to allow this karmic reward to come in for the majority of people. So please make sure that you're open up to receive it. Step into your power, repeat the same thing, but that's what it's about. I say bring that on. Bring it on. I feel like a lot of people are going to be topped up. That's what I feel. Some of you will be drip fed because you may resist receiving, you're more the giver. But either which way, it's coming in. It's coming in. Yep, look at that. Knight of Pentacles. This, I keep going back for this week for those who have been putting in a lot of effort into something and haven't been seeing the results. It's been very slow going. I think it's going to start coming in for you in the next couple of weeks. I know I usually focus on the week ahead, but I think this week it's more about shifting your own personal energy into alignment with what you want by ignoring the things that cause chaos and conflict in your life and focusing on the more positive stuff set by your own boundaries and values. But this is coming in anyway. This is an increase in your abundance thanks to this opportunity. This could be a really big saving as well. So you might be buying a house and it may be listed for $250,000, you get it for $180,000. It can come in that sort of form as well. That's kind of exciting. But they just said know your worth this week. If you don't know your worth, work on that this week, first and foremost, because this is karmic reward. So it's coming anyway. It's a universal reward, so to speak, for what you've put out there in the past, especially if you've done all the positive work and have done wonderful things in the community, if you've been kind to people, even if they haven't been kind to you, it's coming back to you. Yep, some of you need to release. We've got the Page of Swords. You may wish to tell people exactly how you feel about them in a kind and nice way. How they respond is none of your business because you've got no control over that. But at least you clear space within your energetic field to move on. Some people will know where they stand. And what they do with that is their business, but it'll allow you to shut the door on an old chapter and start a whole new one. So Spirit are saying with that card too, to get out of your head and into your heart more. Your heart knows what you want. Your head will only confuse you, so you need to get your head out of the clouds and maybe jump back down to reality for a bit and see what's going on there and clean that up a bit. Yep, some of you are going to be swept off your feet. 3 of Cups. This is whatever you're putting out there to the universe coming in for you. It depends what you're asking for, but you can see these little mermaids here all got their cup up, saying, please, sir, I want some more. I want some of this and some of that, some of that. What you're asking for, the spirit is saying, we've taken care of it. Just get out of your own way. Go have some fun. Self-love, self-care. Take care of yourself. Follow your intuition. But I see this card in alignment with this new romantic cycle begins. You may start a new romantic cycle loving self for a little while and excluding the external world, or if you're looking for a partnership, then that's definitely a possibility for you from this week. Bring that on. Bring it on. We need more love in this world. Especially more love for self. This one wanted to pop out. Yep, there we go. Queen of Cups. This is the, I'm the queen of my castle. This is gender neutral readings. So I may say she, but it could be she or he. You take it as you wish. But this is me getting my shit together. This is me knowing what I want. I've set my boundaries. I've set my values. Once I do that, I feel strong and I've stepped into my own personal power. I'm sitting on my throne and I'm just positively expecting all these wonderful things to come, because they definitely are. But it's about you owning your own truth, knowing who you are, your own value, and stop being influenced by people's thoughts and things that are happening around you, or your own limiting beliefs if that's the case. But I can assure you that after this week, because we've got the fiery and all that sort of jargon and the conflict and the chaos that may be coming in for you, I got a feeling that if you do the work, you will come into a more peaceful passage and you'll get clarity. They just said, I feel like my mind is just cleared up from what the energy I just tapped into. So you'll get some clarity. So make sure you've got some focus and got some goals for yourself. We've got a Hierophant. So this is a contract. This could be, I'll get stability and security with this. So this could be a contract for a home, a contract for a new job. Stability, if you are self-employed, something will come in and it'll make your self-employment a little bit more stable. This can mean marriage as well, marriage or divorce even, whichever way you're going to go. But whatever contracts you're going to sign, we want to really reiterate that it's for the best of your highest good, even if it is divorce. If it's marriage, kudos, invite me. I'd love a wine. But if it's divorce, then please know that it is once again for your own highest good. These separations that are not always bad things at all. It just means that the experience has served its purpose as a whole, and it's just time to move forward. It's just time to move forward. So what's your thoughts this week, guys? Really, what's your thoughts? And don't mind my niece in the background. She's staying with me for a little while. She doesn't know she's on camera. But I live in the real world, so whatever. Really, what's your thoughts? Your thoughts will create your reality. So what's your reality? Do you want this big, beautiful sun man to come down and give you everything that you need and want and desire and all the abundance and prosperity? Or are you going to keep telling and thinking and believing the same old story? That's totally up to you as well. I hope you go the opposite way. I do hope you go the opposite way. I knew this card was going to come out. This actually came to me. I knew I was doing this reading today. This came to me on my way home from school drop-off. But this is the self-imposed prison. This is that doormat kind of energy. People always walk over you, and that's only because you haven't yet stepped into your own personal power by establishing your own boundaries and values and what you want and what's in alignment with that and all that. And as you can see by the boat, it's up there, it's all empty. That's that lack type mentality, lack type thinking. I take 2 steps forward, I take 1 step back. Nothing ever good happens to me. The world's out to get me. The world's falling to shit. Whatever your thing is, that's what this card represents to me. But the thing is, it's the same as this card, as 7 of Wands. Both Wands cards. This is, to me, inspiration and motivation sort of card. Look at the fire. The fire. Like, you've got it in you. You've got the courage. You've got the strength. You've got the ability. You've got it all within you. It's just this lack and this allowance of people, places or things treating you less than. Please be inspired this week to set a different goal, to tap into self and know what sets your heart on fire and start focusing on ways and means that you can go and get that. It may take a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, everything's momentum. You got to go easy on yourself, love yourself, have fun along the way. There's that relationship again. Some people may be leaving someone old and accepting someone new. Someone may even come back from the past, but please, if that's the case, make sure that they have shifted their energy and you've shifted yours. Take it slow, because once again, words are all good and stuff. It's the action that's going to prove to you whether somebody has actually changed or not. So be mindful of that. Love is love, and love people where they are, whether they're good, bad, or ugly. Just love people where they are. That's the respectful thing to do. Okay, I'll grab a couple more. Well, that one wants to stay out. Look at that again. Relationships. This is another sweep off your feet card. I'm reading for two different lots of energies at the moment. You will either be swept off your feet by someone new, which will be very exciting and very high vibe and exhilarating. I just feel like, because I use all my clairs, I feel like I'm so exhilarated, like, where'd that come from? That's fucking awesome. Sweet as, yeah. Some people may have someone from the past come in and try to sweep them off their feet. Once again, it can be magnificent. It can be a renewal, and that's cool. But just be very mindful. You know your person, and you know you. If you still have more healing to do, or you feel they still have more healing to do, you don't have to say no. Just let the actions prove to you for a little while rather than the words. It could be relationships with bosses, co-workers and friends, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling very romantic. I'm feeling very Cupid with these cards. We got 3. Some of you have been waiting and asking for a very long time for a committed relationship, especially if that's you. It's coming. It's coming. So keep your peepers open. Get yourself out there. Put yourself in places where you are available to people. You're not going to get it by sitting in your room and just daydreaming all day. You've got to get out there. They just told me, they just joked and said that some people are going to meet a stranger, but they're going to meet someone new, like in a park or out in nature or doing nature-based activities. So, like I say, get out there if you can, especially this week, because they're going, hit it off, hit it off, hit it off. Some of you are just going to hit it off. Hard and fast, hard and fast. And who doesn't like it hard and fast? Oh, I didn't say that out loud. Couple more. Yeah, there's a lovers. See, love coming into every situation. If you are facing a bit of resistance in your love sector or your love of self, the guide for you this week is to love yourself. You cannot love anyone fully and wholly if you don't love yourself enough first. End of story. And stop going for forbidden fruit. I understand a forbidden fruit sometimes are, the things that you can't have, especially if someone's married or is in a relationship or, living overseas and has no intention to move. Whatever the thing is, really have a look at that. Really have a look at that and reassess that, because you may be missing something closer to home. Last one, Wheel of Fortune. There we go, babies. Perfect card. This is the cutting away of the excess bullshit, things that no longer serve you. Spirit, if you've been doing this, that's awesome, because what's happening at the moment, it's like the wheel. It's like you've snip, snip, see the little scissors there? Snip, 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 snip. Getting rid of it all, releasing and replacing it with positive stuff. The universal energy is tightening on that. Those who do live in lack are going to really feel it, and that's the fiery climaxes that we're going to see from them. If you are living quite positively and healthily and all that sort of stuff, expect the universe to push you out the other side, straight through this little tunnel, and a brand new change is going to come. This is inevitable. This is the end of a karmic cycle and the beginning of a karmic reward cycle. Hopefully that's you. I believe it's you if you are going to watch this. So please, once again, if you are struggling a little bit, get the support. Surround yourself with positive people. Yep, there we go. Oracle card says simplify your life. Out with the old, in with the new. Are you living in clutter? Cluttered thoughts? Cluttered home? Cluttered office desk? Whatever it is, clean it up. Clean it up. You clean it up. Give it a bit of a smudge and a sage. And you will definitely experience this wonderful energy that's coming in, especially in the next couple of weeks of May. We've got to explore your options. So if you don't know what to do, once again, ask. Google it. Ask a friend. Go to a neighbourhood centre and ask them. whatever you need to do. Research, do some research, look it up, help yourself. Don't just expect the next psychic reader or, you know, the next professional on a page or something to give you the answer, or don't wait for anything. Go and get it if you need it. We've also got rest. So some of you will have to take some time out this week, especially if you are going to be placed in chaos or conflict. The best answer that Spirit and I can give you is just don't get involved in it. Don't play in it. Go back, rest, read a book, chill out, wait for the week to sort of pass, so to speak. And then let's see what happens next week with all that sort of stuff. Or I'll grab you one more and I'll leave you to it. But I hope that all made sense for you this week. It's actually real. It's kind of bittersweet, I want to say. It's going to be a bittersweet week because some people will get that chaos and conflict, but hopefully that's where their clarity will come. Those who have been doing the work and have been looking after themselves and only putting good stuff out there, you're going to get this good shiz anyway. So you may get a chance to rest. You may have this opportunity come in sooner rather than later and you get to rest. All right, one more. Yep, let yourself receive. That's what I'm saying. Gotta let yourself receive. Especially if you're the people pleaser and you give all the time. Yeah. So allow others to give loving care and start receiving without guilt or apology. And I think we all struggle with that sometimes, don't we? Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next week actually, no, I'll probably see you at the end of the week for a monthly for the May overview. But we'll see where we go. All right, guys, thanks so much. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.